Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Peace. I'm with the Footsteps to Peace. I'm a psychic astrologer and an intuitive life coach. If you are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. There you will find a link to my website, thefootstepstopeace.com. You guys, I wanted to bring you a bonus love reading. I just decided to pull some cards and just kind of see what comes out. So I'm going to go ahead and I pulled two different decks just to kind of clarify what was going on over here with the Romance Angels deck with the Twin Flame deck over here. So I want to start off with the first cards that came out, okay? So I feel like with this, the first card that came out in the Romance Angels card was codependency. And when clarifying that, it says addictions are affecting your romantic life, and then there was a third party here clarifying that, okay? So I do feel like in the past somebody walked away, okay? And the reason why I say that is because you have retreat and you have regret, okay? And so somebody here walked away from a codependent relationship. And I do feel like there is a lot of regret and remorse here for walking away, and probably not from walking away from somebody that you truly loved, okay? But you had human free will. And that was a decision that you made. And you have to understand that you felt that you needed to give your relationship a chance to the one that you were vibrating towards. And if that means that you needed to go back to someone that, there was this unrequited love. And I do feel like maybe this person thought that there wasn't enough love and attraction to keep this, partnership going. But I do feel like, there was somebody here that did express their love, and I do feel like there was a third party here that was involved. Now, whether that is a third party, whether it's an ex or it's your family or your job or whatever, it was something that there was a codependency on, okay? And so with that said, I feel like someone here retreated. I feel like there was a walking away. And so I do believe the both of them turned their back. And I want to say that there is some regret here, okay? There's regret and there's sadness, okay? But they just they weren't on the same vibration. And so they moved away from one another. So the next line of cards, we have the pay attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you, and shadow work. I do feel like this person was showing you exactly who they were, and I feel like, there was red flags all along that maybe this person had codependent behavior, okay? Maybe if they went back to their past, maybe there was a codependency, whether it be financially or, maybe they had children with one another. And so I do feel like these two people stayed together due to codependency issues. Sometimes the codependency is just you like to go back to what's familiar instead of something that is a little more spiritual, okay? So with the religious factors, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I do want to say here that maybe someone was judged due to their religious upbringing, and that's maybe why someone retreated. Maybe it got too intense, so this person needed to walk away and take a pause, okay? With that said, I do want to say here, you guys, that you did get the Twin Flame card, and in this deck, you got the Past Life Relationship card. So I do believe that this is definitely a twin flame dynamic that I am working with here, especially when I see the religious factors are here. So I do want to say that this past life relationship, whenever we have twin flame dynamics, the devil always comes in, okay? You feeling bound to the devil. I feel like exes, okay, always try to come back in and bring you back to these spiritual connections. And I feel like because as spiritual beings, we want to go back and connect with, even human beings, they want to go back and they want to connect with what feels familiar. And sometimes they don't know themselves without the chaos, especially when they're needing to do shadow work. And there was red flags here all along, okay? But I do want to say that this person is definitely a soulmate that you called in from past lives, okay? And soulmates come with lessons, all right? So I do feel this also with this ex coming into the picture. This person is also a past life relationship, and I think that you guys have done this in multiple lives. You've come together and it's almost toxic, okay? It's very toxic between you and the ex, but you continue to go back. Maybe you were engaged or married to this person, and so it feels familiar, okay? When I see this nostalgia here, I do feel like for both of you guys, on the more positive note, I feel like you guys are in the same vibration, and I feel like there's a lot of nostalgia, and I think the two of you to think about one another, and there's regret because there's a pause here between the two of you, and it's because of religious factors, okay? This is a very spiritual connection that you two are embraced in. And whenever that happens, the devil always wants to stand in the middle of this very powerful connection, especially these twin flame dynamics, because twin flames are so powerful that you see the fire between them. In order for the twin flames to come together, they have to release all attachments. That's what the devil is here. They need to release all attachments, okay, to anything that is connected to the ex. That means the ex can't keep coming back in. The ex can't keep, and the ex will try. That's the thing. Whether the ex realizes they're doing it or not, they come in to try and keep you bound to them because they don't want you to feel this passion with your twin flame, okay? But you're needing to release yourself from the devil. Now, whether that's the devil as in, your ex or the devil, and I'm not saying that they're the devil and whatever, like, no, I mean, like, the devil is that attachment, okay? So like I said, with the codependency here, it's, oh, well, we have children together, and, but that's saying, like, pay attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you, and I just saw 7-7 right when I said that, and so I feel like, being bound to, oh, well, we have kids together, so I should probably go over here. Oh, they already know who I am. I should do this because I can't because I'm afraid, I'm afraid that this person won't accept me, because the devil can also, being bound to the devil, maybe the codependent thoughts are, you're always negatively talking down on yourself, okay? So I feel like you need to walk away from that. And I just feel like I had a deja vu moment, okay? So I definitely feel like I just tapped into somebody's energy there. And I feel like with the summertime card here, we are in summer. We just had our summer solstice 2 days ago, 2 days ago. So we are in the summer solstice, and I feel like whatever it is that you have bound to that has been keeping you stuck from being able to reinvent this relationship, because I feel like you have really reinvented yourself, and you are definitely working on releasing yourself from anything that has to do with your ex, your past life, okay? Your past life, and releasing the karma from those things, okay? So I think that this person is definitely walking away, or the both of you, in order to be able to come together in union. But it is a free will. This person has free will, okay? This is the overall energy with the expressing of the love, okay? So I feel like, there is someone here that you love, and I feel like in the past you have suffered from experiences of unrequited love, and so there is this fear of rejection, okay? Fear of putting yourself out there. But I do want to say that here, this is a very, very deep, deep spiritual connection, which can be very intense, especially when I see the devil here. But I also see a very passionate and sexual connection here as well. Whether you have already been together in the past, or maybe you're having dreams of being intimate with this person, I do see that here as well, because with the twin flame dynamics, they also dream of one another too. And this person, I do feel like there is a lot of passion, and I feel like you're vibrating on one another's frequency at this time, and you can feel that passion and that burning to want to come within this person's sphere. So maybe the universe is guiding you to see one another and showing you signs and synchronicities of the other person. But because there are big dreams here, okay, with this past life relationship, and I said that I feel like you guys are having dreams about one another, this is what is mirroring the two of you, okay? So I do see that someone here has big dreams when it comes to this relationship. Now, whether or not they've already had dreams about this relationship, and they're starting to see it coming together and slowly but surely moving towards those signs and synchronicities that, you know, they're seeing this person's name, they're seeing this person, you know, even if it's just signs, you know, you're seeing heart rocks and you don't even know who this person is, or you're seeing heart clouds, or you're seeing, you know, a lot of people hugging and a lot of people holding hands, and you're starting to see intimacy. And these for, you know, the singles right now, or, you know, somebody who's in the middle of being in a relationship. You're on your journey, okay? And so, and for those of you who are in a relationship that you haven't walked away from just yet, I'm gonna say, I think give your relationship with yourself a chance, because there's a whole world waiting for you to show up, and it would be highly disappointed if you didn't. And if you're with somebody that you know that you just don't love anymore, set them free, because this is a past life relationship and you're calling in your soulmate. And I just saw 1111 when I said that, you guys. So this is the person that you want to be bringing in, this divine, this very divine spiritual relationship. Don't mind that it says religious factors here, you guys. Spiritual, you know, because these two are right side by side. So realizing that the divine just wants you to heal so it can bring in this relationship. And that's why there's a pause on this right now, okay? There's a pause because the divine is trying to align those of you who are working on trying to come into relationships. You need to close out the last of these karmic cycles. So we just had the new moon in Cancer, and I feel like a lot of you guys are starting to see signs and synchronicities that your dreams are going to come into fruition, okay? And that your life is being reinvented once you release this ex, or once you really, even the ex, it doesn't even, like I said, the ex can be ex thoughts, you know, that this can't work out, or, you know, oh, well, because my ex did this, I can't be in this relationship, or I can't do this if I get into a relationship, so I'd rather be single. It is saying it is time for you to think about a higher level of commitment here, and maybe engage in that kind of, you know, spiritual connection, okay? See how they're growing old together. Here they're young, okay? Here they're young, and here they are as they called each other in, you know, and this is many, many, many lifetimes, okay? So I do feel like they just had to get rid of these codependent, whether this is somebody who is codependent on their finances, codependent on their time. This person has, like, you guys are in a pause because this person is separating themselves from whatever they have been bound and stuck to, and that has everything to do with the ex. Maybe somebody, like I said, they were engaged to or married to, okay, you guys? So let me see any last messages. And like I said, this is free will. These people have free will. This is the opportunity of a higher level of commitment, and they can either choose to retreat and walk away from what no longer serves them, or they have free will where they can stay. So the only way to know if this is you or not is to get a personal reading. So you guys, this person does have free will at this time. So any messages from the divine? Okay, yeah. No one makes me feel the way you do. You're very intimidating. So I do believe I either said this in today's reading, or all my readings are running into one another, you guys, but I do feel like there is a possibility of intimidation because you do have a higher level of vibration. Oh, it was the reading I just recorded right before this. You do have a higher vibration, and so that can be very intimidating when you are sure and confident in yourself. And again, but that's the other person's problem, not yours. If that's their insecurities, that's on them, and they need to rise to the occasion, okay? You know, and again, you know, I said it in, I think, the last reading I just did, so you may want to keep up with those ones, you guys. Crap, and I just forgot what I was going to say, so obviously you need to go back and watch that one and you'll get the message. You know, I want to say, you know, for a lot of you guys, you know, give it up to the divine. You know, he's got his hands up here, and then he's putting that, you know, so make a wish and blow it to the divine. And, you know, I just want to let you know, for any of you guys who are asking for a twin flame dynamic, I just want to say that these relationships are very, very hard to walk through. These relationships are extremely, especially when it's over the devil. So I think for some of you guys, I do want to give you a little bit of a warning that you guys need to release your expectation of this twin flame dynamic and allow it to come together naturally. Release the need to have to watch, you know, release the need to come into union with this partner, okay? And I think for some of you guys, that's why there is a pause on this, is because you are needing to know every step of the journey, and you're not just allowing it to flow naturally, especially when I'm seeing the balloon here, okay? Like I said, this is, you know, keep the light on, something about keeping the light on, but just realize that this is a very intimidating journey as well. Okay, I never expected to feel this way about you, like I said, and no one makes me feel like you do. So maybe, you know, this person, well, I mean, it goes without saying, this person never has felt this way, and I don't think that they have ever felt this way, and that's why it is such an intimidating relationship, and that's why there's these fears of rejection, is because this is such an intense feeling, and there's this dynamic, this magnetic bond between the twin flame dynamic. Again, this is a very, I mean, this goes back many, 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 many lifetimes. And this, you know, the devil, you know, that we're bound to isn't always a negative thing, especially when it's a higher vibrational frequency, which I see here, because it takes you to such beautiful places. You know, and you guys have to believe in divine timing, that these things will come together when they're supposed to. I mean, it can come together this summer, or it could come together by next summer, or 3 summers from now, and you just have to trust and believe that whatever it is that is keeping the two of you apart, and I'm starting to feel like, and look, is for your guys' highest good. And, you know, when I'm seeing release your ex and the devil here, it shows me that, you know, there was a toxic relationship here that, you know, maybe this person already knows about the other party, and, you know, you're just trying to, you know, keep the peace. So you're going to have to just trust, okay? Trust me. Okay, wow. So everything I do for our future, whether or not you have someone in mind or not. You know, I feel like, yeah, with these big dreams, I think that this person has you in mind, okay? Like I said, whether this person knows who you are, or you know, you just feel like something good is coming in, okay? Everything you do is doing for your future. So, you know, working on your stability, working on your, you know, healing, and, you know, working on your shadow work, okay? This is your journey and yours alone. When you walk into a relationship and there's still third-party energy in that, you know, you have to be able to walk away from all regret, all resentment, all sadness, and you know, this person longing for someone else. You want to be able to come into a relationship where this person is longing for you, and the only way for that to happen is for them to clear out this energy of the ex, okay? Because it's just negative energy. Okay, I love you, okay? This is something maybe this person has already told you, or maybe this person told you and maybe you didn't say it back. So this person is doing everything out of love, and everything they do is for your future, and they're working on self-love as well. And this person is taking responsibility for their own mistakes on this journey. You guys, we all have free will, okay? We all have free will, and you guys have to realize that, you know, when divine timing is at work in your love life, and you realize that it's a law of attraction based universe, you know, you have to realize that we have to go through all the healing, and we have to come into alignment with ourselves, and we have to be healed within our hearts in order for us to be able to project out the love that we are searching for. And if we're sitting in a wounded space, you know, with all this regret and sadness and, you know, third party lingering or regret over maybe something they did in a, you know, in a relationship before, you know, they need to raise their vibration. And so, yeah, there's nostalgia for the past. Yeah, there's pining. Yes, there's sadness here. Especially we just had an eclipse. You guys are completely validated, but also know that there's a reason for this pause. And the two of you guys are, no matter what, whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. And the two of you will definitely come together if that is what is in the stars for the two of you. And you just have to believe, no matter what anyone else says, if this is what you believe, then this is what you believe, and you have to follow your heart. So you guys, I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If this sounds like your story and you are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. There you will find the link to my website, thefootstepstopeace.com. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And you take care, and we'll chat again soon.